Have you ever thought, does Bible have a description of an ungodly person and what it is? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you just that. Hello, my name is Greta. I'm mindset and business coach, and for the awesome high value videos, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I upload new videos. So guys, as some of you know, I've been studying the Bible, and I'm studying Catholic Bible, and Catholic Bible is the original Bible. It has not been changed. What do I mean by it has not been changed? Well, originally we had one Bible which was a Christian Catholic Bible, because Catholics are the original Christians from the beginning. And when the Protestant movement started, when Protestants took the Bible, they took away some books of the Bible. So the Protestant Bible is amazing, awesome Bible, but it has less books in the Bible, has less pages than the Catholic Bible does. So what I'm going to talk about, you will find the stuff only in the Catholic Bible, okay? So don't look it up in King James Version, because it's not going to be there. So the words that I want to talk about is from the book called the Book of Wisdom, or in other words, it can also be called the Wisdom of Solomon. Okay, so let's see how Bible describes people who are ungodly, and have a look. Do you recognize yourself? When I was reading this, I got so many aha moments, because I really recognize myself of how I used to be in the past. It made me question my beliefs. Is what I believe in, is it right or is it wrong? Because, you know, I'm devoted to God. I want to follow God's path for me. So once I started reading this part of the Bible, you know, I really recognized a lot of mistakes, a lot of sins that I have done in the past without being aware that these things are sins, okay? So listen to this and see, can you recognize yourself in any of this? Before I share how Bible describes the ungodly people, I also wanted to share with you guys how Bible describes wisdom, how God describes wisdom, because I find it so incredibly beautiful. So in the Book of Wisdom, number 6:1-6, it says, "For wisdom is a kindly spirit." So for me, it was so beautiful, because I never thought that wisdom can be a spirit. And when you read the holy books, you understand that fear is a spirit. Fear is a spirit that is not sent from God. Wisdom is a spirit that is sent from God. And I cannot find now where I read it, and it's definitely in the Book of Wisdom, but the way this spirit of wisdom is described, that it's way more powerful even than the sun, even than the light, because, you know, the sun goes away by the night, as the spirit of wisdom never leaves you. It's always with you through the day and through the night. So the spirit of wisdom is actually described more powerful than the light, than the sun. And it also says that wisdom does not enter ungodly people. Here it says here, "Because wisdom will not enter a deceitful soul, or dwell in a body enslaved to sin." So let's talk about, what are the ungodly people? What are these bodies enslaved to sin? So life as the ungodly see it. They reasoned unsoundly, saying to themselves, "Short and sorrowful is our life, and there is no remedy when a life comes to its end, and no one has been known to return from hates." So, you know, when people say, like, life is short, you only live once, you know, enjoy the life to the fullest, because when you die, you don't come back from the dead. Have you heard this before? I heard it many times, and I even used it myself in the past. For we were born by mere chance. Ooh, we were born by mere chance. Ooh, this just hit the spot to me. And I used this saying so many times. It's like I used this saying so many times, and it's actually by a famous entrepreneur. Ooh, it says you are born like it's like you won a lottery by being alive, right? So you should be so happy and enjoy the life, right? Ooh, and I'm not gonna say the entrepreneur who says it, I actually like admire this guy, but wow, that just hit the spot to me. You know, like it says, you should be so happy, you're like, you won the lottery of life, like 300 trillion to 1 is the chance of you being born. Ooh, I used this so much myself. Ooh. And hereafter we shall be as though we have never been, for the breath in our nostrils is smoke. Reason is a spark kindled by the beating of our hearts. So I'm really sorry for my reading in English. You know, if I make mistakes, please forgive me. And I'm sure I do. When it is extinguished, the body will turn to ashes, and the spirit will dissolve like empty air. So the ungodly people believe that once you die, the body turns to ashes and you're gone forever, right? So they say like, enjoy life to the fullest because you only live once, and once you die, you're gone. Our name will be forgotten in time, and no one will remember our works. Our life will pass away like the traces of a cloud and be scattered like mist that is chased by the rays of the sun and overcome by its heat. Yeah, you see how it's like, I used to be preaching this. This is actually reminds me like some people coach self-love by live for yourself, put yourself first, follow your dreams, follow your goals, and it's all about you only live once, enjoy it. And once I'm reading what is sinful and what is ungodly in God's eyes, this is literally saying what not to do. For our allotted time is the passing of a shadow, and there is no return from our death, because it is sealed up and no one turns back. Come therefore, let us enjoy the good things that exist and make use of the creation to the full as in youth. So enjoy the life. So no matter what, do as you please. You're young, you know, sin a lot if you like. You live once, you're gonna die anyway, so enjoy the life fully. This is how ungodly people see it. Let us take our fill of costly wine and perfumes, and let no flower of spring pass us by. So make sure to enjoy every single part of life, because once you die, you turn to ashes. Don't miss the life, right? Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before we wither. This is interesting. I think it's kind of a message is don't pick the flowers, you know. Don't pick the flowers and put it in your hair. They're not supposed to be picked to be put in your hair, I think. It can also be looked at this way, because, you know, creating a crown from the flowers, it is quite a selfish reason, because you're doing it to look pretty, and I've done it many times. Let none of us fail to share in our revelry. Everywhere let us leave signs of enjoyment, because this is our portion and this our lot. Let us oppress the righteous poor man. Let us not spare the widow or regard the gray hairs of the aged. Taking advantage of the righteous poor people, let's say if they don't have any money, right? Taking advantage of the good poor people. Don't worry about the widow. A person who has gray hair and is aged, is older, like you don't need to respect that because we're old and weak and who cares about them? But let our might be our law of right, for what is weak proves itself to be useless. You see, we don't need to respect the old people because we are useless. This is what ungodly people live by. Let us lie in wait for the righteous man, because he is inconvenient to us and opposes our actions. He reproaches us for sins against the law and accuses us of sins against our training. Kind of let's bully the righteous people. Let's bully the good people who choose to do the right thing. Why? Because they are constantly reminding us of our sins, and it's really annoying. We like getting, you know, we just annoying. So let's bully them. He professes to have knowledge of God and calls himself a child of the Lord. He became to us as a reproof of our faults. The very sight of him is a burden to us, because his manner of life is unlike that of others, and his ways are strange. We are considered by him as something base, and he avoids our ways as unclean. So the righteous person kind of keeps pointing fingers at these guys who are living by the sin, and we're saying you're not doing the right thing, you should change your ways. So for people who are living, enjoying the sin, enjoying life, whatever it takes to enjoy the life, right? They're getting annoyed. He calls the last end of the righteous happy and boasts that God is his Father. Let us see if his words are true, and let us test what will happen at the end of his life. For if the righteous man is God's child, he will help him and will deliver him from the hand of his adversaries. Let us test him with insult and torture, so that we may find out how gentle he is and make trial for his forbearance. Let us condemn him to a shameful death, for according to what he says, he will be protected. Now, this is incredibly interesting, because this is exactly what has happened to Jesus. When Jesus came, he was doing the right thing. He was the righteous man, and he was calling himself a son of God. And this is exactly what they did to him. They bullied Jesus, and then they made him die a shameful death. Like Jesus was on a cross naked. If you're the son of God, you know, let the God protect you. He will save you, right? This is what we say. Oh, you call yourself a son of God? Where is your God now? And we crucified him naked in the most shameful death, right? And what's the most interesting thing, this is in the Old Testament. This is before Jesus even came, right? This is what I find really interesting, because this is like a proper description of what happened to Jesus. And this is all even written in the Old Testament. So yeah, guys, I kind of wanted to leave you with that. I think the next video I'll do, I will break down of how God says to be a godly person. And yes, thank you so much for watching. Please let me know, what do you think? Did you enjoy this video? I know I really enjoyed filming it and sharing the word. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and have a beautiful day. Kisses from Manchester. Mwah.